Hey guys, Derek here. Welcome back to the channel. We are back to react to another episode of Miss Marvel. This is episode 2. I am feeling on top of the world right now because I just watched the latest episode of Obi-Wan Kenobi and I feel so freaking vindicated. It's incredible. So I'm probably going to be having a good time watching Miss Marvel. I really enjoyed episode 1. It's so far just a super wholesome, fun, coming-of-age superhero story with solid representation. I'm excited to learn more about the character of Kamala Khan because I don't really know anything about her character in general. But I'm also optimistic to maybe glean some more info about the culture of of Pakistani stuff. Like I don't know much about Pakistani culture at all. I'm not super into like Muslim culture at all either. Like I know some basic stuff, but I'm not like deep into it by any means. So I'm very interested to see if they continue to draw upon that. And I'm just having a ton of fun and excited to experience that and see how they add those flares to the show based just also from a visual standpoint, like adding in all those cool little extra stuff, but then also from a storytelling standpoint, how do they draw upon who Kamala is and her heritage, and how do they make that a compelling story within the MCU. So overall, I'm having a great time and I'm ready to jump into episode 2. So before we do that, please consider leaving a like on the video. That means a lot to me and helps my channel out a ton. If you're new here or you find yourself coming back often, hit subscribe and ring the bell so you're notified when I upload, especially if you want to see me react to more of Miss Marvel or any other Marvel content on the channel. We got Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness coming out next week on this day. Oh my gosh, that's going to be such a busy Wednesday. I'm going to have to take that day off work or something because it'll be Obi-Wan finale, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, and Miss Marvel episode 3 coming out on the same day. It's gonna be so busy, but I will be there with bells on to react to it. Doctor Strange, it'll be the first time I'm watching that, so that's very exciting for me. I've been waiting a long time to see that. I'm very excited. So I'm gonna be reacting to tons of Marvel content going forward, so just if you're interested in that, hit subscribe, ring the bell, be here, have fun with me watching shows. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon. That's where I post all those in watch-along format. So you just sync up your own copy of the show and you can watch along with me. But other than that, let's jump into episode 2 of Miss Marvel. I'm sorry. Oh, remix. Oh, she's on top of the world right now. She's like, I got goddamn superpowers.
Morning, Camellia.
Morning.
Shut up. That's not her name.
Like for years, my name's pronounced Kamala.
Oh. Yes. Confidence.
Was that?
Yes, Kamala. Get it, girl. She's feeling so good.
You know what I love about AirPods? That you don't actually have to stand this close to each other.
Hashtag sponsored by Apple.
Rooting for you?
Favorite couple? Yeah.
Oi!
I'm so sorry.
No worries. Oh, hey, Lar.
Come on.
Okay. Yeah, real love interest here, though. Bruno.
Wait, what makes you think you have airman powers?
Because we're both charming and we look a lot younger than we are.
Facts. Paul Rudd looks like he's 40 and he's like 55.
And then all of a sudden there was all this screaming and I was thrown to the ground.
You weren't just thrown to the ground. You got hit by Thor's hammer. You should have died.
It's like I knew I was safe.
There's another superhero catastrophe, and she's sitting there bragging about being saved by the budget.
Yeah,
Captain
but
Marvel.
she's talking about Kamala. Being like, I knew I was safe in her hands. It's like, yes, goated. That's what she wants.
I'm gonna have a party on Friday. You know, to celebrate the fragility of life.
As one does, obviously.
We should go to that party.
What?
She is on top of the world right now.
How does it feel?
Tingly.
Like an idea come to life.
Ooh, big fist. I'm begging.
So I guess super.
Yeah. Okay, now kiss.
I saved you.
Now kiss. Mwah.
Okay, maybe I do need to work on my skills.
Oh, you guys are so cute together. She's like, I need to work out. If I want to be a superhero, I gotta be able to do some squats. Oh, she's getting ideas though.
So it looks like your power isn't coming from the bangle. It's coming from within you.
Yeah,
The bangle unlocked the superhuman part of you.
Bangle just activated it. Good. Oh, knock him unconscious. Oh, the music is banging so far too.
Does this look like some kind of writing here?
It's hard to read. Looks like Arabic or Urdu. I don't know.
Ancient Cree or something like that. So she needs to keep it stable. That's what she's got to work on, is stability. So she can use it as transport. She could be like Magneto and just have it underneath her and use it to fly. Like goddamn static shock up in here, son. Oh, she's having fun. She's having fun. That's what it looks like, I'm guessing. They're just rapid fire. We're late. They're saying Allah Akbar, which translates to God is the mightiest, I believe. I'm pretty sure that's what that translates to. Hey, pay attention.
We got mold under the carpets, and the walls are literally crumbling. We can't just stick up a poster for every piece of plaster that falls.
Sisters, no talking during the lecture, please.
Sorry, shake up the light. You know, it's just really hard to concentrate when we can barely see you.
Sister Kamala.
Savage Kamala.
The partition and the side entrance are there to preserve all our modesty and dignity.
Is it though?
Kamala, for reminding us that
Is it though?
And another reminder, nominations are still open for the Mosque board election.
My God, Max, you should totally run. Are you crazy? Do I look like a 9-year-old man to you?
A little bit. A little bit. I can see the 90-year-old man peeking through. You know, she's got crow's feet. Oh, someone took her shoes.
No, Kamala, somebody stole my shoes.
Versace's? You brought Versace's to the mosque?
Also, I know this is the worst possible time to ask, but
Kamala Khan, if you're gonna ask something about Avenger Con 2,
They're already having Avenger Con 2.
Bruno and Akio will both be there, and I'll be home by 9. Please, can I go?
Okay.
If you actually come back by 9.
You want some?
No,
Is there alcohol in that?
Nah, it's just orange juice.
Are you sure?
Dude, why would you do that?
That's straight from the comics. That's straight from the comics. They fake her out.
Am I drunk?
No, you're not drunk.
Hey, no,
What is this, Project X? Jump! Jump! Go to. Nice flip, dude. Oh, that's the new dude. What a first impression, son.
What does that mean? Damn! God has willed it.
God has willed it. Yeah, she's infatuated. Breaking poor Bruno's heart right now.
Cops! Everyone scatter!
There's-
You're gonna kill me.
That was blocked. I can't do time. Okay, guys, I have a call, so everyone just call me.
Wow, he's selfless getaway car driver.
I mean, it's not surprising you like Bosker. It's only SRK's best work. Yeah, I know. Popular opinion says DDLJ.
Yeah, of course.
Wow, they have a lot in common. Bruno's gonna cry himself to sleep. Oh. Party at the Circle K.
Give me a phone.
Yo,
In case
Kamala
you ever want a driving lesson.
is living her best life right now.
It was great meeting you guys.
You don't want their
Miguel,
phone numbers?
Paul, Nakia, Ryan.
Oh, you did that on purpose, dude. You know his name's Bruno. He does look a little bit more like a Brian, though.
Why is Brian?
He knows my name's not Brian.
Yeah, he knows. He knows. It was a power move. He knew what he was doing. He's making sure Kamala never thinks about Bruno again. Her brother's probably just watching her do this. Like, what a loser. What a goober. Poor Bruno. This poor child basically dedicating his life to this girl, and she sees a hot senior and ditches him. Oh yeah, you want to hide that? It's like acne. It's like superhero acne.
Between the hijab and the girlies, my parents can barely make eye contact with me anymore.
Interesting. Is she a convert?
So when I first put this on, I was hoping to shut some people up, but I kind of realized I don't really need to prove anything to anybody. Like when I put this on, I feel like
Goated. Okay, their friendship is cute. But poor Bruno. Kid's life is falling apart. You're failing everything?
You got it. What?
No, you
The early immersion
passed
program
everything.
at Caltech. You got it. You are spending the next semester in the dorms, on the campus, in the lab.
Sounds expensive.
No. Everything is free. It's all paid for. Meals, everything. It's amazing.
What? How?
I don't know what to say.
Is he so effing smart that he gets like a full ride?
Can I think about it?
What? No. Bruno, shut your fucking mouth. You say yes to that.
You want to be a Jedi. Or
You
want to
say
answer
yes.
phones of a demanding but impossibly chic magazine editor.
Mm-hmm. The Devil Wears Prada.
Well, that's this moment. That is happening to you right now. You're the lead character. I'm Meryl Streep.
You're Anne Hathaway.
And you gotta do it.
But it's in California.
Yeah, okay, cool. You're in love with Kamala, we get it, but your whole life is like set right now. If you just go, she will continue to be a presence in your life if you just like, bro, like, granted, Kamala's dope, but she is not worth not accepting this. I understand the brain of a high school boy. You know, even when you're dating someone, you think, oh, like a high school, you're like, I'm gonna be with this person forever. You're not even dating this girl. Like, you sauce that full ride immediately into your backpack and you get going.
I can't really train today.
What? Why?
She's going on a date.
Oh.
I did want to ask you something though.
Can you do my homework later?
How do you feel about driving?
Really?
Brother. My brother in Christ.
Sure.
Yeah.
She doesn't have her license. You're gonna let her drive this fancy ass car?
Drive.
How about you drive to a large empty parking lot first?
Don't tell me you have a massive crush on Kingo too.
Kingo from Eternals.
Oh shoot.
Eh? Why are we
Her brother, her dad.
hiding?
My brother and his fiance.
And that's bad.
Because she doesn't want her brother to mention this to the parents.
Come here. Taisha.
Kamala.
Brother.
Brother!
This is Kamran.
Hello.
He's our cousin.
Our cousin? Like you, me, cousin?
See, that was actually just a bit I was doing. I'm a huge fan of The Great British Bake Off. I love that show. I just binged it, so I was just doing a bit.
Oh man, that was good.
Wow.
You got me.
Nice to meet you, cousin Kamran. Okay, we should go.
Yo, it's gonna be awkward if you guys start dating and fall in love.
Things on the internet, we called you haram.com, Ron. We call you that from now on.
Rom.com, Ron. I think his fiance recognized the truth a little bit. That's a risky play, being like, I'm related to this guy. Because you have to carry that forward.
Hot topic.
Oh my god, please tell me you had a goth phase.
It wasn't a goth phase. Oh.
It's a goth lifestyle. It's not a phase, Mom.
Nobody knows how that little toddler Sana managed to get back on the train just before the train pulled out of the station.
Superpowers, or they're Kree. Give us a flashback.
Nani, please, I have to know.
Mangoes. Talking about mangoes. You're just weak, Abu.
If it wasn't for slippery when wet, your father and I may never have met.
Slippery
That
when
was
wet.
gross.
He's talking about a vagina. It's like a carnival.
It's not too, bright?
I don't understand the question.
It's pretty bright, yeah.
Is it too flamboyant? Is what he's wondering. The brother. Yeah, it's pretty bright.
Kamala, you are going to start with the Mosque Bros, yes? And last, the ones who know it all and will not let you forget it, the Illuminantes.
They run the thing. They run the ship. They make all the decisions.
Well, the thing is, Rashid is also running,
So,
and he's my best friend.
Rashid can kick rocks.
I mean, come on, this is Kamala and me. Your daughter, basically your other daughter. women's suffrage. We fought for this. People died for this.
Yes, guilt trip the hell out of this man.
Even robotic.
That girl's a future senator.
Yusuf, what are you doing?
He's reevaluating his role as a father. Goated Nakia. Manipulate that man. Hey yo, Kamala, don't go up there. Oh, you're not Kamala, you're some random boy that's gonna need his life saved in a minute.
Someone help me!
Kamala, this is you. Game time. The police don't show up to help not white people in a timely manner. Cause cops are inherently racially biased.
Do you have a favorite food? Ice cream pizza.
What? What kind of dumbass opinion is that?
I put ice cream on pizza.
Did someone say ice cream pizza?
Yeah.
I like the flavors. That's really gross.
Yeah, it is really gross. Why would you want that? Kamala, you gotta go a little quicker, girl. Yeah. Just kills them both. Just crushes her and they both die. Hey, you got him. Yeah, you should focus on getting him on the roof, not on your potentially disposable platform. Spider-Man. No, that was the Yelena Belova pose. Such a poser. Oh, jump, kid. Get the... No. Grandma. You biggin'. Yes. Oh, that kid's dead. You're fine. Okay, who's gonna come upon her in this alleyway? Ooh. DODC drone. Yeah, run away.
Freeze! Hold right where you are.
Oh, she's like Spider-Man. Yeah, that probably hurt. Ain't no way.
Get in.
He's like, how do you know my name? How did he show up at the right time? And he's gonna know her secret identity? Don't take that off.
Kamala, I've been waiting a very long time to meet
Who the f are you? Is that why they came here? Did he come here because of her? Bruh. Ah. What a twist. What a twist. Okay. I actually liked that episode more than the first one. We're getting to really dive more into, I feel like, the story of what this is gonna be, right? Like the first episode was just a fun kind of like get to know you episode. This one feels like we're really diving into the meat and potatoes of one, all the complicated relational aspects of the series, both in terms of Kamala's relationship to her family, to her friends, to her culture, but also everyone else's interactions and relationships and stuff. But then, yeah, we're also diving into, I think, the meat and potatoes of what the overall conflict is going to be. And it appears the Department of Damage Control is intent on making Kamala out to be an antagonistic figure. Like they they brought out guns and stuff. Like, so hopefully nothing goes wrong there. But we start out hot. Kamala's feeling good, right? Like, she's got superpowers. She's on the top of her game, like, emotionally. she's feeling funky. She's feeling fresh. Everyone at school's talking about this superhero. You know, she's feeling confident. She's training with Bruno, really getting a hold on her powers a little bit. You know, they've rapid fire sped up this like training program where she at least has the basics of her powers down. Very reminiscent of the movie Shazam, again, their training thing. Her and Bruno, you know, kind of locking this down was a lot of fun. We also get some scenes in the mosque, which I like that they're not like shying away from like showing that weirdly. Like, I feel like in Western media, I guess, like, we're all very familiar with scenes of characters in a church, like a Christian church or you know, atheist, putting that out there. But in terms of like Eastern cultures and Eastern religion, I feel like it always gets just like touched upon, and it's never like featured, if you know what I mean. Like they'll throw out some hints that a character has this type of culture, this type of background, or things like that. You know, they'll have subtle nods to it here and there, but it's never like a big part, like an important integral part of the story. You know, they're never going to show a 5-minute scene in a mosque normally. So the fact that they're doing that now and touching on, one, like showing them getting ready, but then also touching on some of the interpersonal aspects of it, like of everything that's going on, and showing some of the positives, but also some of the negative side of it, where there's a clear separation of the men and women. And I guess that would depend on where you find yourself, like your opinion on religion as a whole, and the religion's connection with, you know, the status of men and women, and you know, how those intricacies play with each other. I saw this as very much like there's a clear separation between men and women in this particular instance, and the men, they got a clear, unobstructed view of what's going on. You know, their spot is looking good, it's pristine. Meanwhile, the women's section in the back, they gotta look through a grate to preserve their modesty or whatever. You know, the shingles and all that jazz are falling off. You know, it's, you know, not as much care and attention has been put into their side of things compared to the men. And so that leads Nakia to want to run for the board, which she clutches up later, which is goated, by the way. Meanwhile, Kamala, she really wants to learn more about this bangle that she got from her grandmother, but her mom very much does not want her to know any of this, which is interesting. Her mom definitely knows more about this whole situation than she's letting on, and it appears a lot of the people in their, you know, group know something, at least, or they at least know like the cover story, right, of you know, great grandma brought shame, and, you know, grandma was a little weird and all that jazz. One thing I forgot, we confirmed that the power is coming from Kamala. It's not the bangle itself does not have power. It just activated the power within her, which is interesting. It's I wonder if maybe that's how they'll handle like Inhuman type stuff, where instead of like Terrigen Mist in the MCU, it's like ancient, you know, maybe it's like ancient artifacts or specific things that will activate the power inside of individuals, and it's not like going through a process of Terrigen Mist. That'll be very interesting. The hot senior does a flip at the party, but he is more than he shows. Meanwhile, him and Kamala are bonding, and Bruno, his life is falling apart. He's struggling hard, you know, with severe jealousy right now. So that's not great. Kamala has a fun little moment of like superpower acne, right? Because she's in high school. So it's an interesting way of like, that's how her powers are expressing themselves. Just like a kid in high school will have acne. This is very reminiscent of like X-Men, where, when the kids are going through puberty, they can't always fully control their powers. And especially she's also just like learning to control her powers in general. I thought her interactions with Nakia were really wholesome and fun. They're really building up all the side characters very well to be like their own individuals and have their own thing going on and being fully realized characters. Like, they're not just set pieces for the main character to play off of. So far, this show is written incredibly well. We get Bruno. Bruno's got a fully paid for, like, essentially scholarship to this, like, prestigious science program at Caltech. And he's like, can I think about it? It's like, what the frick, Bruno? No, you can't think about it. You say yes. Like, the counselor's like, dude, right now, you're Anne Hathaway, and you have the opportunity to be, work for Meryl Streep in The Devil Wears Prada, and you're thinking about saying no? Like, bitch, please? Like, you say yes. Like, the amount of money this probably cost, one semester, the immersion program or whatever at Caltech, it's probably $150,000. Fully paid for schooling, room and board, food. Like, if you're tossing away $200,000, kid, especially how expensive college is now in California, son. And not just this ain't even just a state college in California, right? This is a prestigious science program. Like, that's cash money, Bruno. If you even think about saying no to this, you're a moron. Thought you're supposed to be smart, Bruno. I mean, I get that you're in love with Kamala and you don't want to move away from her, but this ain't the move, bro. This ain't the move. This chick will remain in your life. She's not going to not be friends with you. You guys can fall in love later when you have a college degree. Oh, man. Okay. And then she goes on her driving lesson with Kamran, and he lets her drive this fancy-ass car without a license. I would not do that at all. I don't let anyone... I have a crappy 2010, not Toyota, Volkswagen Jetta. I wouldn't let anybody drive that. I would be so nervous that someone's gonna break my car. I let my dad drive it, and that's it. Anyone else tries to drive that? No. Get out of here. It's not happening. And he lets this unlicensed teenager drive his, like, $180,000 car? No. These teenage kids are morons. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, we're consistently getting more info about the grandma and the great grandma building the mystique around this bangle and where these powers come from. Talks with her great grandma, is learning stuff. She's like, I said too much. And it's like, oh, you should say more. This little carnival thing happens. Nakia straight up gaslights Kamala's dad like a pro. She's like, we're just trying to participate in democracy and keep our dreams alive. Mr. Khan, are you going to take your daughter's dreams and throw them in the trash? Are you going to take our future away from us? And he's like, but my best friend. She's like, I'm a future senator, sir. I could be the president someday. And you're going to throw that away? You're going to take that from me? A young woman trying to make her way in America? He's just panicking. He's like, It's like, yes, Nakia. Yes, manipulate this man into voting for you. You deserve this. Oh, man. And then the Department of Damage Control manipulates Zoe into getting some info from her. They still think Kamala is, at the very least, not responsible enough to be, like, a superhero. They want to bring her in, but they seemed hella aggressive about it. They had, like, guns drawn and stuff. They seemed sus. You know, they love to interrogate Spider-Man and Ned Leeds and Kamala's friends. And then Kamala saves this little dumb kid. Kid's hanging out a balcony, like a clock tower, taking selfies, and it's like, you're a dummy. Like, that kid deserved to die. But Kamala saves him. But, you know, right when I was like, hey, you should maybe, like, get him on the roof. She has a little vision of her great-grandma. That was her great-grandma, right? Or was that is the lady she's seeing in this, like, vision quest thing? She looks very similar to Kamran's mom at the end. I'm curious about that. She gets knocked off her game, though. Kid still lives, but he's got a twisted ankle or something. Who cares? He's alive. Yeah, Kamran saves her in his fancy car. I don't know how he knew he would be there, or she would be there. Probably more stuff with his complicated backstory. But he's like, meet my mom. She's like, I've been wanting to meet you, Kamala. It's like, okay. So there's obviously a more complicated backstory between those two. And it makes sense why he was so willing to just, like, be friends with her, get her phone number, all that jazz. Like, you'd think he'd want to get to know the popular girl, but no. He's like, I would like to get to know Kamala. And it's because he's a secret agent. That's gonna be rough for her, though. You know, he was pretending maybe a little bit. That'll be a conflict, I assume, throughout the season, figuring out, like, is he actually interested in her, or is he just trying to, you know, ingratiate himself enough to get her to agree to whatever they want. And is that why he moved here in general? Because, right, he's a new senior. He just moved here. Did he move here because of what went down at Avengers Con? Who knows? Overall, I enjoyed this episode a lot. I liked it more than episode 1. So, I'm having a lot of fun. Let me know what you guys thought of this episode down in the comments below. Are you enjoying Ms. Marvel so far? I'd love to hear all your thoughts. If you enjoyed my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a ton to me. Helps my channel out a lot. If you're new here or you find yourself coming back often, hit subscribe and ring the bell so you're notified when I upload, especially if you want to see me react to more Marvel content. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon. That would mean the world as well. But otherwise, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.